Hello chaps and chavies. Don't know why I said that. Welcome to Brands Hatch with me, Callum, and our lovely second host, Mr. Jake. How you doing, Jake? How you doing?
Really good. I've not just had a rant at you, mate, before the stream started.
No, absolutely not. No, we definitely didn't.
Really good. What a day it's been.
What a day. What a day. And what a day for racing. And it's an incredible day for racing. As you can see, gloomy over Brands Hatch, but fortunately the race isn't as gloomy as it looks. Let's have a look at our leaderboards then. Top three at the moment in the championship. Chase Sanders and T. Shetts start off with first and second, and behind is A. Schwartz. Same as it has been for 4 races now. They're pretty decent at staying in that place, apparently. So we'll hope to see them switch positions. Why, you might be asking? Why will they be switching positions? Because Mr. J. Sanders is only a couple of points ahead, Jake. That's why. And T. Shetts in second, and Schwartz still in third with 179 points. C. Downham will be looking to take some more points this race. Obviously, he didn't have the best race last time out, but hopefully he will redeem himself and potentially take Schwartz's place. Who knows? Who knows? We've got a great battle actually between C. Downing and Ensby. James Ensby on 121 points, with Downing just ahead of 124 points. So we're going to see where they end up. Whoever comes in front of each other there. We'll be making fourth. He's only a point behind, so we've got a good fight for pretty much fourth there. And below as well, we've got Bucher on 104, but the bottom three, 8th, 9th and 10th, only a point separates the three of them, Jake. So we're looking to see if we can get a good fight between them.
Well, mate, there'll definitely be one good fight, and it will be me fighting with Sanders, because his result last time meant that I had to buy a Fanatec wheel, mate, which is definitely in the post. Don't worry, it will be coming, and I will be entering next season. So,
what's your tactics for next season then?
Just win.
Just win. That's a good tactic. That's fair enough, you know.
I've had a lot of people just don't win enough, and I will not be that type of geezer.
Yeah. I
will win. I'm not here to take part, I'm here to take over.
Exactly. LTC, how you doing? Awesome to see we'll be racing in Red Dead Redemption 2 tonight. Right, listen. I've had a long day. I didn't realise, okay? But we're back now in AC, so don't worry. It was Red Dead. You might have been thinking these are some weird looking horses. They may have horses in them, and there's quite a few of them in there. But, what to do?
Wow, how long have you been streaming for?
I've been streaming, I've been streaming
7 minutes. 7 minutes of my internet went down.
Yeah.
I'd like to inform all the viewers that my voice will be sparing today because my internet stinks.
Just absolutely stinky poo-poo.
If I could, maybe if there's a down point in the race, I will do some typing ASMR and email horrific verbal abuse to my ISP.
Yeah. Is that so? To anyone out there who works for Jake Doyle, yeah, just anyone who works, please get in touch with Jake because he really needs his internet fixing. Look at this though. We've got James Ensby on top at the moment, a 1 minute 32.049. He's going to stay in front of C. Down, and C. Down only 2/10 behind him. And Matty L, a newcomer. I haven't heard of Matty L before. He's 3/10 behind as well. Oh, C. Downing now cutting that short a little bit. Oh, apparently not. It literally just said, "And I shit you not." That definitely said that he was a couple of tenths behind there, but he really wasn't apparently. Maybe everything's just updated.
The viewers might have heard that typing. That was the said horrific verbal abuse being typed out.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. I'm getting my.
Let me tell you, I feel better. I feel better for it.
Yeah, you feel better for just letting your feelings out there.
All I would like to say, if anyone from the FBI is watching, that was a joke bomb threat. There is no bomb.
That's good. And Downing's just had the worst crash. Honestly, it doesn't take much for Downing to make an absolute show on this. on this. Shall we have a look at the replay, Jake? Shall we have a look?
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. What is he just done?
So here he comes, going around the bend. What happens here then, Mr. Downing? What happens here? Oh, he just... Alright. Well, I don't even think I can comment on that, or what happened there. Something happened, and Downing will just have to deal with it now. Hopefully that doesn't happen to him in the race there, Jake. He's had a few of those moments, hasn't he?
I disagree. You know, we told Chris last time, he's a constant supply of joy. He obviously is repping Brexit, so I hope it goes. I hope it goes well, mate. I do hope he can come back.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we all do, because he is a Brit at the end of the day, mate, and we do like our Brits, don't we? Ooh, Tommy Shetts with a little bit of a drifty there.
I feel like the ironic bullying we do of Chris is going to get to him eventually. So,
It'll make him better. It'll make him stronger.
It is character building.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Do you want to see that little drift there from Tommy Shetts? Tommy Shetts had a lovely little drift there. I would like to have a little look at that again. Are you ready? Yeah. So Delgado here, just off the track. T Shetts, watch this little drifty coming up in a second. I want to watch this in all its glory. Here he comes, mate. Here it comes. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Whew. Keeping it just on the track there, Mr. Shetts. Interesting stuff. Who's he? Ken Block? No chance.
Diesel.
He's Tommy Shetts, for crying out loud. James Ensby. James Ensby's still in first, Jake. Has James Ensby turned on today? The Brit as well, at the British track, on the British car. Brit. It's looking good for the Brits. So 1-2 for the Brits right now. And Rage F1, I think he's also a Brit, isn't he? Get in. He's third.
Yeah.
Now this is strange because the I mean, for the last 3 races, we've had, you know, a constant 1, 2, 3 pretty much from Tommy Shetts, Jay Sanders and Schwartz. But now we've got James Ensby, Downing and T-Rage F1. And a newcomer of Matty L, which I've never heard in my life. And Matty L's running a very nice McLaren, must I say.
He's not running anything now, mate. He's in the pits.
Not at the moment. He's having a chill. He's having a cornetto. He's loving his life. LTC Foxworth says, I've been telling him all week you could win this thing. Might be the first win for our team. Ooh. What do you think for Rage F1? Do you think this could be his first win? I mean, he's usually quite far down the order, and this time he's third.
Absolutely not. But I hope he has a nice night anyway, and I hope he enjoys himself.
Good stuff. I like to see that you're really hopeful for our drivers out there.
Yeah, no, I hope, like I said, I hope he has a nice night. I hope he kisses his girl, and I hope he...
Oh, James Ensby was talking about, not Rage. Never mind. James Ensby might be the first to win. Sorry.
I'm Rage.
Yeah.
It's just a comedy for no reason there, mate. There was no reason for you to be fed to the slaughter there.
James Ensby, sorry, my apologies. You know, I keep getting confused because there's a huge fan base for Rage F1, and I keep thinking that's the base.
Well, James Ensby has been in like the group of people that's always been like 4th, 5th, 6th, like in and around. They just can't quite break in the top 3.
Yeah.
Because obviously our top 3 is like so dominant. So it would be interesting to see if James could do the impossible, mate. And like I say, it is strange that Tommy Shetts and Schwartz and well, the other geezer who I can't remember his name.
Sanders.
Schwartz and Sanders, yeah.
There you go.
Where is Sanders? On this.
Sanders. Has he not turned up today? Will we actually have a fight for the top? I don't think he's here. I can't see him. No, he hasn't turned up yet. He hasn't turned up.
An incredible suit. Sorry.
Tommy Shetts though, fighting back up the pitch. It's not a pitch. It's a racetrack. What are you talking about, Colin? Fighting back up the racetrack. There's a little KTM. The KTM probably going to do really well here. There's not really many places where you can actually pick up speed properly here. There's only one prop straight.
Shetts will know. If Sanders isn't here, this is his big chance to go top, mate. With a decent race here, he'll go top, I think.
Yeah. So Foxworth saying that James Ensby got his first podium in GT3 last week. Can he make it a second first for him in the GT4? Who knows? Who knows? And Sanders apparently is working on his thesis. What do you think about that, Jim?
On his thesis? What is he theorising?
Yeah, what's he theorising? Let us know. Let us know down there. Nokkalainen. He had a really good race last time.
What is his thesis on?
I have no idea.
The joys of racing.
A racing handbook. So Nokkalainen, he had a really good race last race, didn't he? Finished P4, was it? Was it P4 or P5? He was somewhere around that area.
I think he was.
He did very well.
Anyone else we haven't highlighted is, do we have both Delgados? I don't think
we have one. We have one. And Delgado's doing actually pretty damn okay, you know, for how well he did last race. He's still in the top 10.
Yeah, he's still in the top 10. He's left his brother in the dust.
Foxworth said, I don't know, he's a tax guy. Oh, I know. Okay, well, you know, he's doing us all a favour then. Getting those taxes in for us all.
I actually have never paid taxes in my life, nor will I ever pay taxes.
You can't say on the internet. You can't say that on the internet.
No, I've ruined it.
You've ruined our lives.
I mean, I do pay taxes. I do not have a bank account anywhere else.
I have to say as well, apologies for me not making sense tonight. I am incredibly tired.
Yeah.
Two tired boys. But we will soldier on for this hour. 2 minutes left in qualifying, then James Ensby on a 131.4. He's still top by a fair bit. Not usually. Is it usually this wide of a gap when it's been usually Sanders up front with T-shirts and thingy behind him? I don't think it's usually this far ahead, is it? I think it's usually closer. Yeah, I think they're usually closer. We don't know.
Listen, mate, it's not about qualifying, as you know, mate.
It's not.
Quali pace. Doesn't matter.
Quali pace means nothing. Schwartz in 6th at the moment as well. He's still
in 4th.
Rich is still doing really well, to be fair. I know that we absolutely just razzled his dazzle about like 2 minutes ago. But he is doing an absolute flyer of a job.
How did he get a podium after I've just bullied him?
Imagine. Yeah, then you have to give an interview to him and you have to tell him how sorry you are.
And I'll apologise, and I will...
On national television.
In front of millions, I will eat humble pie.
Humble pie? It's nice, mate. It's nice. Cottage pie? Shepherd's pie?
No, fuck shepherd's pie.
1 minute left of quali then. People probably going in for the last rounds of qualifying laps now. Rage F1 definitely going in for his last one. He's not going to make another one after this. Got to make it count if he wants to get into that 3rd position and take Shetz off the top spot. Well, Shetz won't be making another qualifying run. He doesn't think that he can improve. C. Downing's in the pits as well, apparently. He won't be making any better times. Rage F1 has just done a P2, ladies and gents, on his flying lap just back then. So he is now actually in P2. He is provisional P2 so far. Unless Matty L can say anything about it. Can Matty L say anything about it? I mean, Matty L is not off the track. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong car. Matty L coming around in that McLaren. He's doing his absolute hardest. Do you think he's going to do it? Do you think he's going to take P2 off him? Because, I mean, Rage F1's just went from 4th to 2nd. Pushing down and Chess. It's a full English lockout. On an English track. Can we get some poggers in the chat? That's crazy stuff. And Matty Lee, I'm guessing he's got Matty Lee, crosses the line. And where's he going to come? Is he going to improve on his time and potentially take a place? He does not, unfortunately, improve his time. He stays 5th, 7/10 back from Ensby. Schwartz then 6th. Brucker, where's Brucker going to come? He's just come across the line. He won't set a better time. And what about Constantine or Constantine? Never mind. I am so tired. Words are blending into themselves, and I'm really going a little bit delirious. I still love that Maserati, man. Oh, and the sound of it. You heard the sound of that Maserati?
I could have sound on it.
Right.
Well, I could do it though. I could.
No, don't worry, mate. If you don't want to confuse yourself.
Yeah, I know. Hearing myself 4 times
We'll
might not be worth it.
we'll set your anxiety off.
Yeah.
This is fair enough, mate. This is fair enough. So that's it. An absolute British lockout is all I can say it is, because that is exactly what it is.
Well, I would like to apologise to Rage Everyone. Incredible scene.
It's incredible stuff.
Please, I'll PayPal him a fiver.
Will you actually?
No.
Sorry, you just said that so, like, with all your heart you said that.
Because I really had to make it very clear that he will not be getting any money off me.
Right. Oh, man, I can't even drive. Brilliant. I'm going to have to wait in this blooming screen now, apparently. Oh, well. Well, it's fine, though, because we've got It's the time.
It's the all-important time that everyone has been waiting for. And that's when I tell everyone who is racing.
Go for it.
Ladies and gentlemen. Leading the pack is James Ensby. Second is a man who does not have a name, but he's put it down as Rage F1. Third, Chris Downing, Brexit extraordinaire. Fourth, Tommy Shetts, racing extraordinaire. Fifth is M. Matty L. Then Alex Schwartz in sixth. Martin Breuker in seventh. Carlos Delgado in eighth. E. Neukalainen in ninth. Constantine in 10th. Shad Harry in 11th. Weidman in 12th. Ustenbergen in 13th. I'm going to assume that's just Patrick Starr.
I think it is. It is. Actually, that's Rage F1's teammate. Oh, and the fans for Rage are in the chat.
I'm going to assume it's Kevin Brilliant in 15th. Rafa Starr in 16th. Jamie Ellis in 17th. St. Laurent in 18th. Hub in 19th. Hogan Venn in 20th. That's mad. Pereira in 21st. Van Geffen in 22nd. Vit in 23rd. And Morphy, that little Play-Doh man, in 24.
Bless him. And the little Janita. Hardy F1 says, Brexit boys, let's go. I understand that more than anyone. It's a lockout. It's a lockout, Hardy F1. A British lockout, and I have never been more happy. But you know what I've never been more happy about?
Mm-hmm.
I've got a blooming little video for you, a little track guide, haven't we, this time?
Oh, yeah.
It's pre-made, so I thought...
I actually made this one as well, too.
Yep. Didn't know if to go with that or not. But can we all hush down quiet, please, for me? Do you want to introduce me? Even though it's not me, it's me like 3 weeks ago.
Well, we're going to hand over now to some pussy, and I think his name's Brett Noakes.
Yeah.
So Brett, do you want to take us away now and give us the Brands Hatch Circuit track guide?
Thank you very much, Jake. Coming onto the start straight now, one of the two straights of Brands Hatch. Into the first corner now, you want to be braking just before the red barrier at the right side of you. You want to be gunning it into the corner's apex. Once you've hit that apex, you want to be coursing down the hill to meet the exit curve below. Into the second corner now, you want to be again braking at the firepost to the left of you. You'll be hard braking into the apex. You don't want to be going too fast into this corner though, as this corner is understeer's best friend. Coming into the third corner now, you'll be braking at the start of the right curving. You'll be missing the apex though, as this apex has a tendency to throw your car out wide, which will ruin your lap times. Turn 4, probably the trickiest corner on the track. You'll be wanting to brake just after the firepost, and we'll be wrapping around the apex. Don't over accelerate on the exit though, as the exit curve is a dangerous place to be. Now we'll get a little bit of clean air coming onto turn 5. Turn 5 is probably one of the faster corners on the track. You'll be wanting to brake lightly between the two markers on the left, wrapping around the apex again, forcing the accelerator onto the exit curve. Turn 6 can be a terror if done wrong. Braking at the fire post is usually the best, as this gives you time to turn in and cut the curve on the apex. This will give you your optimum line. Turn 7 is by far the scariest corner on the track. Get this wrong and it's back to the pits. Touch the brakes before the fire post to the left and pray that the apex is there to cut once you're over the hill. There's no exit curb nor runoff on this corner, so be on your best behaviour. Turn 8, however, is pretty simple. Braking at the marker to the right, take as much curb as you like to get the best exit around the corner. Now we find ourselves at the final corner, turn 9. Braking at the last marker, attack the inside curb, wait for the car to bite and accelerate out the corner to finish your lap at Brands Hatch. Wow. What a track guide. I need these guides in my life. Hardy F1, stop it, you're making me blush. Right, Jake.
A very loud bang of the door in the background.
Yeah, I know, that was really good. We had a little giggle there in the middle of the track guide. I hope everyone heard our little giggles there, because you know what, Jake, it's just cute.
I don't know how old the people in the chat are, but take my advice as a man in my mid to late 40s. Don't live with other people who you don't know.
There you go, advice of the day from Jake there. I hope you all enjoyed that. Right then. So, in the chat, Jake, Hardy F1. Actually, it wasn't Hardy, sorry, it was Foxworth said, fun fact, Rage F1 and James Ensby had a practice race yesterday, and on lap 1, they both took each other out. Now, would you like to see this happen again, or do you think we want some clean racing?
No, I would actually be quite sickened by it.
Yeah.
I really hope that Rage grows up and realises that people are fighting for their lives out here. You know, it's not a joke. And and I want to see Rage F1 win this race. I think he can do it. But he needs to have his head and his spleen in the right place, mate. And one of those is going to be a big issue.
Very insightful view into the eyes of what I can only imagine is in James Ensby's cockpit. Thank you for that, Jake. That's really messed up my brain. Right, okay. Predictions then in the chat. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Who do you think is going to do well? Who do you think is going to win out of the fight for P8? And who do you think is going to win for the fight out of P4?
Well,
there's a lot in the stakes, actually.
Mate, I think Tommy Shet, I think he's going to have it. He's proven at this level. He is the boy.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to dominate again.
So as well, I mean, it's brilliant that we've actually got a completely new front row. Tommy Shet is starting the lowest he's ever has. Schwartz is starting the lowest he ever has. Chris Downing's starting the highest he ever has. And James Ensby and Rage F1 by far are starting at the furthest they've ever been ahead. So let's see how they go. Let's see how they do. As we are going to get onto the start straight. We'll get into this camera angle because this is known to be the best one for the start of the races, Jake. You mark my bloody words.
Yeah, I know you do like to get drunk, don't you?
I really do. I really do. Right. Where's the green light? We're waiting for it, brothers. We're waiting for it, sisters. And it's green, and we are racing at Brands Hatch. Looks clean to start with. Down and down on the inside. Not giving... Oh, Ridge F1 loses that spot to Downing straight away. What a move from Downing. That was a ballsy move if I've seen one before, Jake. Bloomin' heck.
This is what I was talking about, mate. The spleen is important, and it's just something Ridge doesn't have.
Yeah, exactly. Bloomin' heck. I mean, hats off to Downing having a spleen. Delgado then, he's doing well as well. He's in P8. He's... At the moment, I believe he's in front of his championship standings, unless Nokalainen has anything to say about it, and he does potentially going up the inside. And he'll have a work to do to get back up to that place. My L now. Oh, he's fighting Rage F1. Rage F1's dropping down the field so much. What's wrong with Rage F1? What's going on? Has he found the accelerator pedal yet?
Maybe he's put on the wrong pedal.
And he's lost that position then to Matty Lee. Rage F1 unfortunately dominating qualifying and getting into P2, and unfortunately he's dropped back to P4, which is absolutely tragic for him. He's going to be thoroughly disappointed.
Well, in all seriousness, when I was on about it is totally different, isn't it? A race person.
It really is.
It's just...
Sometimes the nerves can get to you, and that can bring a whole kettle of new fish.
Well, he's got another 58 minutes, mate. You can rebuild, and I believe, you know.
I think you can. He's got another, as you say, he's got pretty much an hour to go off on.
He's got some nice clean air, mate, and he could pull away.
And as well, he's got a very tactical pit stop that he can do. Everyone has to do a pit stop, of course, in this race. They have to change the tyres, but no refueling, I believe. So we'll see how that goes for everyone. Not too much action happening at the back at the moment. Everyone seems to have gotten through pretty well there, Jake, as well. No crashes, which is lovely to see, of course.
Tommy Shet's down to 6th.
Is he?
And where is Schwartz?
He is. Tommy Shetz is dropping down the field a lot. It might just be the KTM. It might be the KTM's just terrible straight line speed. I mean, I don't know how that will be ruining his chances in this race, but it might be doing him some. It might be giving him some issues here, Jake.
Tommy Shet's, he's been through it all, mate. So,
Rage F1 though, he's not giving up. He's straight on the back of Matty L. He's not taking an L, Mr. Rage F1. He's still on the back of Matty Lee there. Do you think he's going to go for a really early manoeuvre back onto him? Shetz is back up to P5.
You know, Rage rushing 4th would be really good. He'd get his team a load of points. So I think he'll time it well, I think.
Exactly, as Tommy Shetz now putting pressure onto Rage F1. We've got a race from the start at the front of the grid here. Do you think Shetz is going to take that opportunity? I think he will. He's trying to go on the inside, just cut a little bit more than Rage does, but unfortunately doesn't get the legs on him. The KTM never going to have the legs on the Aston, unfortunately. He's going to have to take him in these corners here. That's where Shetz is going to fly compared to Rage F1. But it still stands. Tommy Shetz in 5th and Rage F1 in 4th. And Matty L as well. It looks like there's going to be maybe a 3-way battle here for 3rd. Wouldn't we all want to see that? They're very close, actually, to P3 and P6. Are all really in an arm's length of each other. Oh, you sound enthralled, mate. Sorry, don't let the excitement get a hold of you too much there.
I've been up for like 24 hours on that.
Oh, we've got a little bit of a fight here.
Who's had less sleep, me or you?
I think me, mate, maybe. I don't know. I went to bed at 5 o'clock in the morning-ish and got up at 6.
I went to bed at 4 in the afternoon and got up at 2.
Wow. Oh, aren't we terrible people? Rage F1 then still having a little bit of a battle with Matty Lee. Can't seem to make any time on him. Schwartz, unfortunately, onto the grass, but he saves it just about. Shetz, though, on the back of them, he must have been a little bit of a... You know, Shetz must have gone off or something like that because Schwartz got back in front. And Schwartz and Shetz and Schwartz now changing position like there's nothing else to do on this race. Do you think he's going to go down for the inside here? I think he might. I think he might give it a little bit of a whirl here. Let's see. Oh, he seems to be trying to cut on the inside, but doesn't get the legs on him, unfortunately. Again, that KTM just doesn't really have the legs on any car, really, on this division. The only time that he really comes alive, Shetz, is in the corners. But oh, here comes a corner, though. Ooh, he was thinking about it. He was thinking about it, but he made the big boy decision to maybe not go for that dive.
The issue here is that like these two are usually fighting 1st and 2nd.
They are, yeah.
So this could help SB if they get stuck having to fight down here in 5th and 6th. You know, they could hold each other up, and
they really could.
Really help Chris down and
yeah, because Rage F1 at the moment, he's pulling away because of Schwartz and Shetz having a really intense battle here. So actually, it's in favour of Rage and everyone in front of Rage at the moment for Shetz and Schwartz to be.
It's obviously really, really hard to overtake, so
yeah,
they could be battling for the entire hour realistically without changing position.
Fail. Yeah, and I think the only time positions will change, and that was a huge corner cut there from Tommy Shetz. I can't believe he got away with that without getting, I don't know, a fucking tax fee. Anyway.
I can help him out with that if you need to.
You what? Sorry, mate. What tax fees? I'd love you too, mate, because I haven't a clue when it comes to contracts, mate.
Yeah, I've heard that, mate. I've heard that.
Oh, James Ensby having a little bit of a drift there, going straight to him there. He's comfortably in front though, by the looks of it. Downen is he's not really catch. Well, let's have a look at the best times. So James Ensby at the moment seems to have the best time of a 1 minute 31.896, while Chris Downen is below on a 1 minute 32.202. So he's only about 4/10 behind on pace. Chris Downen is, so he's going to be dropping potentially 4/10 every lap unless he kicks himself into gear, Jake. Good insight. Right, is Rage F1, Schwartz and Shetz still fighting for P4? Schwartz and Shetz have now actually caught up to Rage.
I think that's going to be the interesting one, isn't it? Schwartz
Yeah.
and Shetz.
Yeah, this one's
Shetz fighting.
This one's definitely going to be one to watch.
Everywhere else as well is.
Exactly. Now, you know what I've forgotten as well, and I will go back to it. I have a little replay here of Chris Downen's heroic dive down the inside. So let's hope nothing goes on in the background here. So this is the start here with Chris Downen. As you can see, oh, not the start yet. I thought they were going very slow there for the start. Starting now, and watch Chris Downen just get an absolute leg on Rage F1 and straight down the inside. You don't really see that actually too much often from the front runners into that corner. It's a very dangerous corner to be throwing yourself into that. So hats off to Chris Downen for not crashing there, because usually that's his strong point.
It might be a bit of a lack of respect, like Rage, in a positive way for Rage, because Rage isn't usually here.
Yeah, he isn't. Oh, and Shetz and Schwartz now going side by side. Shetz is on the inside. Will he manage to take this on this corner? I think he will, but Schwartz now has the inside. No, he doesn't. Shetz has got so far ahead of him. Schwartz can't even think about making a move. That's how far ahead he is.
Well, there we go. That might be the difference. Shetz can really get away from him. Yeah. Shetz can be build and get past Rage and Matty.
Now Rage F1 then on a Matty L though. Rage F1's not having any of Shetz's little mind games at the back behind him. He wants Matty L's blood.
It's going to be frustrating for Shetz and Schwartz, because it's going to be really, really hard to get past these two, isn't it, and get at the front two.
Exactly as well, and Shetz probably will be looking, and Schwartz as well, will be looking to make as many points as possible now that Jay Saunders hasn't turned up to this race. He'll be looking for, as many points as he can, because, I mean, either way...
Yeah, go on, please.
Oh, I was going to say, either way, Shetz is going to be top of the championship, unless something absolutely horrific happens.
Finishes that outside the point or something.
Yeah, so he really does want to make sure that he gets a good amount of beefy points.
Genuine question, mate.
Yeah.
If you're Shetz here,
yeah.
So I'm thinking, if Shetz here, you're thinking, right, I'm not going to get past these two.
Yeah.
Probably for a little bit. Would it be wise to maybe use your one stop now?
Yeah.
And then build back up in the hopes that when one of them have to then do it, then you can capitalise and get on their position.
That is a fantastic question. So he's got a couple of options at the moment. Shetz, obviously, you can try and get the best of Rage F1 at the moment on these old tyres. I think he may as well try and battle out a little bit so he doesn't lose any time to them. But I think if he does have issues...
Course, it's going to be really... It's not going to be hard to... or maybe they're not as close now. They were closer before. But,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it might be a little bit harder to, like... I think Matty's really built across now. Rage is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, Matty L really is in a bit of trouble. Rage F1 is under so much pressure right now. Yeah, he doesn't even know. He doesn't have time to think. He really doesn't have time to think at the moment. Oh, braking hard, and Shetz just braking so much later.
The thing is, Rage is usually like 20th. No disrespect, obviously. But now he's like third with fucking Tommy Shetz just breathing down his neck. His heart rate must be hefty.
Through the roof, I would say. Through the roof. Chris Downen and Ensby seem to be having a race of their own now. The gap to Chris Downen from James Ensby is 2.2 seconds. It's looking like Mercedes 1-2 by the looks of things. But we haven't got any Mercedes at the front. Well, that's a bit strange. Tommy Sheds. God, I'm going delirious. Sheds now. Still on the back of Rage F1, but I do think. Ooh, a little bit of a late lunge down the inside there. Wasn't a very dangerous one, but he's just testing the waters, I think, Shet's just trying to make Rage F1 think a little bit more. Can Rage F1 think any more? He's got a lot to think about so far, and Shet goes down the inside, but doesn't have the legs on that Aston Martin again. Really upsetting. And the thing is, as well, with the KTM, it doesn't even got the legs on to you know, obviously, being behind a car, you're going to get the slipstream, but the KTM is so slow in a straight line that realistically, it just makes you as fast as the car in front. It doesn't make you faster at all in a straight line with slipstream, so he's going to find it quite difficult actually to make use of that slipstream and stay behind that car. Let's have a little further look back then. Nokalainen, he's in P7. There's a little bit few places down from where he was last time, as he was in P4 last time, I do believe. It's a very nice looking Audi, I have to say as well. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm just trying to... Oh, bless you. Bless you, cotton socks. A little bit of a drift there from Usenbergen. As Constantine is going to go on the outside in the Maserati. Can he make any difference? Oh, the Maserati just looks... Damn! He just looks huge, voluptuous, massive, colossal, ginormous.
Hefty.
Yeah? Can we think of any more words?
Great honkin'.
Honkin' mass.
Tronka.
Matty Lee now really feeling the pressure of the two drivers now. He'll be thinking, damn, Shet is behind me and Rage F1. He might not be worrying too much about Rage F1, but Shet is probably the worst one to see in a wing mirror right now. And yeah. Schwartz as well. You're probably papping yourself a little bit. Unless Matty L hasn't seen any of these cars drive at the moment. He's just driving from just pure, I don't know,
You've got to just keep looking forward, I think, when you're... I know you've got to defend or whatever, but I think if you're worrying, especially if you've got Shetts and Schwartz behind you, you just got to keep on. Don't panic, just look forward, do your race.
Yeah, and see how the line takes you.
And don't beat yourself.
No.
If they're going to overtake you, make them have to beat you. Don't beat yourself.
No, you don't overrace yourself. Rage F1
you don't
now.
Make a mistake and then they get past you from you like trying too hard. Just be sensible. Do your thing.
I think he might do a lunge down here. Oh, he's not. He's actually staying pretty damn. He's going to make his move, and I think he's going to make it wisely. He's not throwing himself in that too. He's not throwing himself in the deep end there.
He's not going to waste his chance.
He's really not. I just can't really take my eyes off this race here. I want to see other people, but
it's very congested.
It is incredibly congested. Rage F1 now holding on to that for dear life. You can see he's cutting corners like a madman. And he's got Matty Lee there in front of him and behind in the wing mirror. He's shit. That's got to be terrifying. It's going to be terrifying as well when that little KTM's filling up your whole wing mirror. Like he is now. Terrifying stuff. Terrifying stuff.
The weird way that his name is 3D is making me terrified.
It is a little bit scary, isn't it? It's a little bit spoopy. Schwartz now actually as well. Schwartz is caught up a lot. I don't know if Rage F1's just slowing them both down. And to be honest, he probably potentially is because he's defending, so he's going to be slowing actually both of them down. Matty Lee though, that shows actually that Matty Lee, as soon as one of them gets a break, maybe Matty Lee will be straight back down the line. Matty Lee probably has to make a decision now. Do I just pit now and lose these punks? Don't know. There's a lot of I don't know. There's a lot of questions you could ask yourself about pitting right now. Do I try and get out of the way of like Rage F1? I think Shet might be in on a chance here on the inside. Oh, but James Ensby just closing it ever so slightly a little bit. No, it's not dirty from James Ensby, but it's damn close to being dirty.
We like it, shithousery.
We do like it. We do love a shit house. We do love a shit house. You know what? I kind of want to see Rage F1 pull this out now, you know.
Imagine Rage F1 stays ahead of Tommy Shetz for the next 40 minutes.
It'll be unbelievable.
And then with 3 minutes to go, he gives up 18 positions. In a horrific set of circumstances.
It would be remarkable, I think, is what the word, Jake.
The first ever splingless man to get top 4 in a LRC race.
Just any race ever. The first man without a spleen to win a race. Just ever. Not even on a sim. Just a race. Oh, but no! Rage F1 off the track!
Oh!
Shetz has got in front, unfortunately, for Rage F1, and now that's probably going to mean bad news for Rage, because Schwartz is in his headlights now. Sorry, Schwartz's headlights is on Rage. How could his headlights be on fucking Schwartz? Rage is in front of Schwartz, Callum.
Well, I hate to say it, mate, the commentator's curse, but that's what I mean when I said don't beat yourself.
Yeah.
You know, just race, he's panicked there, he's ended up making a mistake, and he's beating himself. He hasn't made Shetz have to work. Like, if they're going to get past you, these people, you have to make them, like, do it on their own. You know, you don't need to do it for them.
Exactly. Exactly. So Shet's really waiting for his time now. He waited at least 20 minutes, I think, there. Maybe 15, actually. I do tell a fib. Probably 15 minutes he waited for that pass, to be fair. So good waiting on him. Good on Shet for not just throwing it in and us seeing a absolute collateral of
well, he didn't get frustrated. He didn't get frustrated being stuck behind. Shetty being stuck behind. Rage, he just waited.
Yeah. Oh, now we've got a little battle here.
Like...
We've got Alexander White, sorry, and Oostenbergen having a little bit of fighting with Constantine. There we go. Consta bloody tin. Behind Oostenbergen there.
Constantine.
I don't know why my brain has struggles with that name. Out of all of them, it's like the easiest out of all of them. I can say Nokalainen fine. I can say Buka fine. I can say Shadhari fine. I can say Oostenbergen fine. But Constantine, it's just really difficult. I don't know why.
Constantine.
Who's got the best lap time then at the moment? James Enderby's still on a 131.896 is his best lap time. I don't think that's improved since the last time we saw it. And Chris Downen as well, he hasn't improved in his best time at 132.202. But what about Matty L? I'm just going to call him Matty Lee. A 32.676 is his best time. And he better be racking his speed up because Tommy Shet's putting in 32.364. So Tommy Shet is 0.3 faster at the moment than Matty Lee, potentially. His last lap for Tommy Shet was a 32.364 as well. So that was his fastest time. And last lap for Matty Lee was a 32.844. So he's going to be unfortunately seeing Mr. Tommy Shet, I think, in his rearview mirror in a bit. And I can imagine he might be passed quite quickly. Do you think so, Jake?
Yeah. Shet's is he's the goat, mate, of this race. But speaking of things that are not, my internet connection is horrific.
Bless you.
Don't
worry.
My stream is very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't good fun, mate. This is not good fun.
But I like the spirit of racing, mate. It runs through my blood.
It really does. I've heard that your dad was the best racing kart driver that there's ever been. Can you confirm or deny this?
I've never seen Death Race, mate.
I have actually.
That's how we got out of prison. He won the Death Race.
Oh, mint. Well, how's he hanging now? Is he doing alright now?
He went back in with tax fraud, but...
Oh, right, okay. Gotcha. Well, hopefully there's another death race coming about for him so he can get out. Again, and just commit more tax fraud. For the boys.
I heard if you commit double tax fraud, you get that out again.
Do you really? Is it like a Monopoly kind of like wild card that? Rage F1 going really wide there.
If you pass go, you get let out of jail. You picked up a card.
It's pretty good.
Society, and then it just wasn't a good result.
Now as well, did we find out who Twin Barrel J was last stream? We did. And I just can't remember who it was.
We did find out, yeah, but I
cannot remember for the life of me. If anyone knows who Twin Barrel J is in the stream, give us a shout. I'm pretty sure it might actually be... I don't know, actually. It might be Jamie Ellis. I think it was Jamie Ellis. Yep, Jamie Ellis. There he is. Driving for me. There we go, Foxworth. Jamie Ellis, then. He's in P11 at the moment. He'll be wanting to probably go up the rankings a little bit more. He probably wants to hold that top 10 points position in his grasp, but at the moment he's going to be losing it. James Ensby now then.
might be able to hold it up.
You what, mate?
I was going to say, Matty Lee is still holding off Tommy Shett. I think.
He is actually, yeah. No, he is. So they're 5 tenths.
Stop freezing. How 50 seconds behind.
He's 4 tenths behind at the moment. He's not actually. He's definitely not 4 tenths behind because Shett is pretty much on the right side of him. It's neck and neck as we go into the next corner. Oh, but Shett, unfortunately, because that KTM's terrible acceleration and top speed, he's dropping back miles. Bless him. Bless his little heart. If Tommy Shett was in anything else but that KTM, I can imagine he would win this.
It's just how good he is that he's so competitive with it.
Exactly. He's just a gorgeous man in a gorgeous car, and should be respected for that.
That's true. Speaking of gorgeous man, Chris Downing's on his own here.
Max Urgent Gaming, thank you for the follow, my man. As soon as I call him a gorgeous man.
It's very, very lonely for Chris Downing. Not sure last time it was he saw a man or had any involvement with anyone.
Oh, Hoogeveen then. Hoogeveen our first pit stop. Oh no, we've got 3 pit stops actually. We've got Constantine, Brillant and Hoogeveen, and they've all pitted, and I do believe that's everyone that's pitted so far. It is. So only 3 people to pit so far in 36 minutes left of this race. Do you think that's a good option, mate? Going into the pits early to see what you can do on the new fresh tyres.
I think if it was me, I would have gone early.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to have to go. So I just think you want to get it over as soon as you can, or maybe go halfway. If you're not going to go really early, I think maybe go halfway as late as I would leave it. Yeah. You want to give yourself time to get back. You don't want to be the last person in the pit, do you?
You really don't. You really don't.
So quality always is, mate. Isn't that the real strange thing?
It really is. It really is. Ridge F1 has unfortunately dropped a lot to Tommy Shett. Tommy Shett's just too quick for everyone behind him. So he's in a game of his own. But Matty Lee, actually, his defensive game is very strong at the moment. He probably should have left that position quite a while ago. But Matty Lee just will not give up. And the thing is as well, on that McLaren is catching time to Shett on those straights. Oh, and Shett's now, he dives into the pit. He's the third. He's the first of the front runners, sorry, to go on the pits. Rage F1 as well, he mirrors his pit stop. So I wonder where they'll come out there, Mr. Jake. Do you think there's going to be a good battle there, actually, between Rage and Mr. Shett, maybe?
Well, Schwartz is going to be back. Who will be quicker? You always hear of people making mistakes in these pits and end up spending like 40 seconds in. Well, Rage was quick.
Which is very quick. I mean, this is very true. A stop-go penalty now for Morphy. I have no idea why he's got a stop-go penalty. I can imagine he's been a very naughty boy, and we just haven't seen. Knockalainen then goes into the top 5 because of those pit stops. Can he make do of anything like that? Fox has said this is a bit of a bad track for Ellis, so top 10 would be fantastic. Whereas our Ellis now then? Ellis is now on P8 at the moment, so that would be a good finish actually for Ellis if he could stop there for the whole race. Do you think he's choosing his pit stop wisely here? Going a little bit longer to see if he can make any time on the people who've gone into the pit?
Maybe. I feel like a lot of people are just more likely to do what everyone else is doing. Live in a society, mate, as well as we do. So
Yeah. We just
the
do.
majority of people look like they're going to leave it till after halfway. So
Exactly.
maybe he'll maybe.
Alexander White on Oostenbergen. Oostenbergen now is closing the gap. He is a mere 0.6 seconds away, and I can imagine it's a little bit less now. It looks like 0.3 seconds at least now on White. Or Witt, sorry. Can he get down on the inside? He'll be looking on the inside. The Porsche is definitely going on the inside. Ah, no, he pussies out of it. Doesn't go down the inside. He's going to wait his turn. To be honest, fair enough. That's a really difficult corner to take a place on. So, to be honest, it's one of the best, but one of the most dangerous. It's a good little juggle there. Where the hell is Rage F1 and Tommy Schetz then? Rage F1 is on the track again. And where the hell is Tommy Schetz? Oh. Thought I heard something very nasty there. Yeah, so Tommy Schetz now coming across the line. And nobody else seems to have pitted yet. James Ensby hasn't pitted as well. Do you think James Ensby may be struggling on those new tyres? He hasn't beaten his best lap time. His last lap was a 132.562. And what is Mr. Schetz doing at the moment? Well, I don't know just yet. But his best time has been matching his last times, pretty much. And they were on old tyres. So we'll see how that catches him up to the front runnings. James Ensby may be a little bit worried, actually, about Schwartz and Schetz being so far back. So far back? Sorry, on new fresh tyres. And now they're so far back, but they could be so far forward. If he chooses his pit stop in the wrong place or the wrong order. James Ensby going very far off the track there. Not very far, but just about on it. Literally just about on it. Downing still in P2. He's going to be very happy if he finishes in P2. Yeah, it'll be very nice for him because he's obviously had a couple of rough races. You alright there, Jake, mate? Jake, mate. Ah, Jake's
Hey,
Jake.
I'm just trying to let my stream. Hello.
Hello, mate. Your voice is going very robotic. Where's the other saying is Sanders? Where's Sanders? Sanders apparently is not here.
Yeah?
Sanders is not here. No, I can hear you by the way now, Jake. Sanders is here. Is not here. Sorry. Bloomin' heck, I'm tired. Sanders is not here. So at the moment it's just a battle. So what's happening at the moment?
I just mean with you. Can you stop just...
Yeah, I need to stop talking for a bit, to be fair.
Just give
Not making sense. I'm so tired, it's unbelievable. Yes, but Sanders, unfortunately, he's not in the runnings today. It's only the big boys, Schwartz and Schetz from the P1, P2 and P3 brigade. So they'll be looking to take as many points as possible in this race, of course.
Let's see if my Inesso provider has responded to my terroristic threats yet.
Yep, that one came through loud and clear. Oh dear. Right, Delgado then, P6. Let's actually have a look. I did take a little screenshot of, I think it was, and I'll have to remember rightly. Well, let's have a look at the replay. See what I got a replay of. It was a while ago now, but let's have a look. See what we got. And I think it was. Oh yes, it was the overtake on Schwartz and Schetz a couple of minutes ago. In the 10th minute, just gone. It was a lovely little move. Very clean actually as well. And he managed to get the acceleration. Schetz did really well with a car that really doesn't possess much acceleration at all. Very lovely. He's driving very well. He is.
That is very lovely.
It is very lovely and very nice.
£5.
What seems to be the issue with the internet today anyway? Jake, it's been going well. Your internet at your new uni house?
I think it's just unfortunate. Like doing this at peak times, unfortunately. So
well.
it's probably good. They'll probably get decent again at 4 in the morning, so
For peak time.
it's fucking peak, alright, mate. But listen, that's all good. I'm not going to let this minor setback disrupt my love for racing.
No, of course not. Why would you? Why would you let it? You wouldn't want
Nothing
that now.
could ever disrupt my love for racing. Tommy Shet and Rage continue to surge up the field, mate.
They are indeed. They're in unity going up the field. In fact, they're just waiting for Perriera. Perriera. Is that the one? I keep forgetting that one wrong as well. That's one of the ones I keep getting wrong. Is that how you pronounce it? I think so. Pereira apparently just disappeared off the face of the planet. I don't know where he's gone. Tommy Shet's now to P10. Unless he went into the pits and I just didn't see. Oh no, he's apparently 9th. Never mind. My apologies. My eyes are not catching up with my brain today. Yeah, so Tommy Shet's now doing a really good job at getting it back up to P10 actually as well. And it looks like everyone now is making pit stops. James Ensby though still hasn't gone into his pit stops. So he'll be, I wonder when he'll be coming in. He should be coming in soon, halfway through the race realistically. We'll see where he comes. Chris Downen then, still P2. Not too far behind, to be fair, on Ensby. Still in a nice position.
A little bit, isn't he?
What was that, Jake? Sorry?
Markers could, am I like, you know, something? I'm just
no, you're not now.
Computer if I am.
No, there is some blue flags in between them, which could make life a little bit difficult for either of them. You what, mate?
Am I clear?
No, now you're clear. Now you're very clear.
I'll start rapping or something until I go back to being fucking robot.
Could do if you want to. Patrick Starr unfortunately got Patrick Starr with absolute massive damage on the front of his car, bless him. There's never been a worse looking Aston on this track.
Yeah, how's that even still going?
I don't know. Let's have a listen to it. That still sounds fine, mate. He's still going for it. Let's see if he's whipping his wheel at all. He's not. I thought he would be trying to catch that car. Apparently he's not. Oh, he is a little bit. Having a few issues with that car, unfortunately for him. Right, the top 9 seem to be going into the pits now. James Ensby actually saying, fuck that, Callum. Fuck what you've just said. I'm not going in the pits. Downen's not either, I don't think. Nope, Downen is not. And Matty Lee's still P3. Matty Lee is now in the pits, though, actually. So we'll see how that changes Matty Lee's time. I still don't know if it's Matty Lee. It's just Matty L, so I'm just going to call him Matty Lee.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
It definitely isn't what he's called, but I'll...
No. It's going to be like Lungard or something.
Yeah, that's right. It's just absolutely opposite to him.
Right, where's Shet's then? Let's have a look for Shet's.
I think we will we'll stick to the taking a week off interviews this one.
We're going to take a week off doing interviews, are we?
I can either you what today.
You what,
I
sorry?
think so, just because my internet is...
Yeah, okay.
Just because my internet is literally unusable, mate, so...
Yeah. That is absolutely fine. T-Shet's now into P4.
Actually, you could do them, though, mate, if you...
Mate, I think the amount I've not made sense through this stream is unfathomable.
Yeah, it's a skill to do what I do.
Exactly,
but,
exactly.
It's not a skill I can make when I sound like a robot, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not the best, is it?
Really? And Rage have both Twitchers and Rage have both made their way like back up to the oh no, wait, Rage has fell off a little bit, but even Rage has got back up to A. How is these? Oh, no,
Rage is not 8th at the moment. You're very far behind, bless you.
Yeah. Isn't he sixth?
No, T-Shet is in 4th and Rage is in 5th at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll refresh again, but it'll freeze again.
Okay, so Downan's took his pit stop, and James Ensby is still not to take his pit stop. James Ensby is determined to get on with this race on these tyres. How long will they last? Who knows? Will we have a Lewis Hamilton at Silverstone? Who knows?
So, go on, mate. You're the race expert. Where would you, if you were this far ahead?
Yeah.
You haven't pitted yet. You know you're going to need to pit. When would you pit?
I probably would have. I mean, now would be an incredibly good time to do it. Everyone else is pitted below you. You really need to think about getting that pit stop in. It's only going to be taking time off your race if you keep on these worn tyres and everyone else is on new tyres. At the moment, he's realistically not going to be making any time. So he's realistically got to dive into the pits now. And will he dive in? He's going very, very... Yes, he is. He's diving into the pits right now. So he must have been waiting for everyone else to do their pit stops before he did his. Now, let's see where Downing comes. Whatever that was, I will agree with it.
I'm going to assume you didn't hear a word I said, so I'll just not speak.
No, I didn't really, mate. Downing, very far off the line. And Shet's just behind him. Will Downing get in front of James Ensby? James Ensby, though, has been in the pits for a while now. I don't think there'll be much time on him. I'm just waiting for James Ensby to leave the pits. When is that car going to come back on? Who knows? Wait for the drop. There's the drop. Oh, he takes a little bit of a while to get out of the pits. Where's Chris Downing at now that he's... Ooh, this is going to be really close. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, actually, hold on. Chris Downing? Oh, it's neck and neck. Oh, but James Ensby has the new tyres. Jake, you would want to be in there. That was so close. They're now 0.2 off each other and they're battling it out at the moment to see who can take that place. That was incredibly close.
Based on what I imagined it being, like, man, that was
sick.
Honestly, that was incredible.
Yeah,
that was mad.
Let's have a look, see if we can have a little look at that replay. I pressed the replay button a little bit too late, so I don't know if I'll get it properly. Whew, if it was close coming out of that pit exit. That's the closest we've ever seen to a P1 overtake, let me tell you. Still battling out now, though. They're not giving each other an inch when it comes to this race. Now, what will happen here? So Downing is quite close to Ensby, of course. He's got the slipstream now in the slipstream position for the straight. Will he see that as an opportunity to potentially get past Ensby? I don't know, but then it might be just like a back and forth battle between Ensby and Downing on the very short slipstream bull straight. Yeah. So don't know how that's going to be. Tommy Shet seemed to have unfortunately fallen right down the order. Yeah, he's pretty far behind. Tommy Shet I don't think is going to be making much of an impact on the top two. Rage F1, however, he's having a
tough.
Exactly. Rage F1 at the moment, he's having a great battle with Knockalainen. Knockalainen has done really well, actually. He's up into P6. I can't remember where he started, but it definitely wasn't P6. So he's done super well.
I think he was at 9th or 10th.
Yep, and he's up to 6th now. He's doing really well. Race pace is better than everything, Jake. Race pace is better than everything. Alexander White now having a fight with Rafstar. Rafstar goes cleanly in front of White. And now Rafstar up into P12. He wants to be in that top 10, though. He needs to keep his top 10 morale. And at the moment, he's not keeping it. Foxworth says, giving me a heart attack, jeez. It was very close, wasn't it, Foxworth? If I had more than 2 hours sleep last night, I would have definitely been rocking me socks off there. But I just wasn't. James Ensby, though, is comfortably in first. Comfortably in first. He's going to be really sad as well, because we can't... Obviously, we're not going to do interviews tonight because of connection issues. And he's got his first win, and he's going to be so sad when he can't tell the world about it.
I can pretend to be him if you want.
Yeah, sure, mate. I mean, he hasn't won yet. So.
Where's he from? Where's he from?
He's from England.
From England. I don't have to do the accent then, innit?
No, you just have to say in it every now and again.
Speak.
Yeah, just speak.
It's Tuesday, though.
Nokalainen is really giving Rage F1 a run for his money. He's still trying to take that that P5 position. That'd be really good actually for Nokalainen. That'll probably bring him into the top 10, I can imagine. Rage F1 for some reason flashing the person in front, Matty Lee, even though he's about a century in front of him. I'm sure that.
Rage is racing out of his skin.
I know. I'm sure Matty. Oh, Nokalainen with an absolute ballsy attempt down on the inside. And he's actually got it. He's made it stick. What a move. And I don't know if they'll... If Rage will manage to get that back. That was a sick move, though, to be fair. Dummied him to the right and then went straight onto the inside. That was a beautiful move. Let's have a little action replay on that little bugger. Nokalainen then right side. Oh, switches really late into the inside, but not too late to call it dirty. That was a super slick move. Very nice indeed. Phew. You don't get many of them, boys. Cherish that with all our hearts.
That's the once in a lifetime type of thing.
Exactly. Right then. Who else have we got? We've got James Ensby now. Down on Ensby. A second splits them. I don't think there's going to be much more from the top row unless Ensby crashes into a blue flag. Or me choke on one of the two. Tonight on bottom gear, I choke. Jake's internet is just a P. And there's nobody else in this gang.
It's just me, gang.
Boo-doo. That's my race.
Between us, we haven't slept in 38 hours.
No, we really haven't. You know what? It's difficult. It's difficult. Right then. Right then. Right then. Downing though, still doing alright to stay on the back of Ensby actually. Despite being quite far behind now. So, Chris Downing's best lap was 131.8. And James Ensby's was 131.7. So actually Chris Downing is speeding the hell up. His last lap was a 131.833. And actually they've both set the fastest times. They're both actually setting the fastest times together pretty much. Let's see what Ensby does this lap compared to Downing. As they're going to go across the line. And I will be quick to tell you the tail. Let's see what goes. Whew. Nothing much is splitting them. There's a 0.50th of a second. Yeah, 50th of a tenth splitting them. Now they're having a bit of troubles with blue flags though. Oh, and Ensby has some real troubles with blue flags. Downing though doesn't seem to capitalise it on. Seems to capitalise a tenth at least from that showing from the blue flag. Bless him, getting caught up in that. We love a blue flag. Oh, and it's the tail of the tape. You wanted to say something there, mate, and I will allow you to.
No, it's alright, mate. I would have just cut out anyway.
Oh.
It's not very good.
Right, well,
But,
Witt driving the number 69 now, defending Oostenbergen. Can he do a worldie of a job defending Oostenbergen? Well, let's find out. Leaves it wide open for Oostenbergen, but Oostenbergen doesn't dive down. A little bit too far ahead. A little bit too far ahead wide for Oostenbergen to dive down the inside there. Just a little bit too far.
where's Tommy Schett? Is Tommy Schett still totally on his own?
Tommy Schett is P3 at the moment. He is he's 2 seconds behind Downing apparently. No, sorry, he's 2 seconds behind a blue flag. I don't know how far he is behind Downing, but it looks like he's a good 8 seconds maybe.
Yeah.
Behind Downing. So I think the closest race we're going to get at the moment is James Ensby and Downing, see if Downing can chip away at that time, which actually he seems to be doing. He's gone from these past 2 laps, he's gone from 9/10 to 7/10 behind. So he is doing well. Maybe James Ensby feeling the pressure actually of that big, voluptuous, a massive, huge, stripy BMW. Who knew I could string that many words together in this stream? It's just marvellous stuff.
That was the 8th time I've refreshed the stream this minute, mate. No,
It's good.
So it was the most I have had.
Downer must be feeling it. Downing's really cutting down time. He's cutting at least a 10th a lap down now. And if he keeps doing that, he's actually probably going to get ahead. Or at least in striking distance again, which he can make James Ensby feel a little bit nauseous from. So he'll be looking to do that. Knock-a-Linen now having a little bit of a battle with Rage F1. Rage F1 just staying in the limelight. Not staying too close to him. Rage F1 will probably be really upset. He started P2, now P6. Maybe his race pace not as good as his quali pace.
I think he'll be happy though.
I think he will be, yeah, 100%. Now Ensby and Chris Downing.
Tommy Schatz will not be happy.
Tommy Schatz might not be happy. He could have really capitalised on this, to be fair, and he didn't.
And Chris Downing, you'd imagine if he doesn't win this, will not be happy either.
Yeah, Chris Downing won't be happy at anything, I don't think.
No, especially not after the incessant bullying he's received.
Yeah.
The karma, Chris, is that I can't even sit in a disco call. So I've been punished and all.
Hope now,
Chris is
Joe.
good. Again, Sean, when he doesn't make, he's had obviously we love talking about those 2 big mistakes just because they were big ones.
Yeah.
But when he doesn't have like a proportionate mistakes, like a big and race ending, he's been in the round. I think he got podium before, didn't he?
He did.
And yeah, so he's in. I think he's 4th, isn't he, overall?
Mr. Downing, yeah,
So,
he is. So this is going to make a good amount of points for him. He's actually probably going to get in front of Schwartz, who I actually can't even see on the track now. I have no idea where Schwartz is. I think he's actually probably. I think he's retired. Is he 16th? Is he? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's 16th. He's 16th.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Downing can break into that
Top 3.
That top 3 is like everyone's like, oh, like we can't even touch them, and if Downing can get in, it'll be fighting back in some of the lead.
Exactly. Oh, it's riveting gameplay.
Just 10 minutes left, and then I will be
Passing out.
Isn't it crazy? It says it's 11 minutes 15 seconds, and in 12 minutes 15 seconds, I will be asleep.
Yeah, well, you've got 10 minutes and 43 seconds, realistically.
And if I wake up and my internet's still bad, I don't want to keep joking about terroristic threats.
No, I don't think it's the best thing to do. Don't reckon so.
No.
Top 10 bad things to say while you're on an airplane. Number 10, I'm taking this fucker down. One of my favourite TikToks, that. Right, Mr. Down, Mr. Down, and
Thank you, Noxie, for the comment. If you could not, that would be ideal.
I'm trying to find some battles here. Alexander White still having a fight with Hustenberg, and they've been having the fight of the race. Realistically, is it about to end now that I've just clicked onto it? Mr. Hustenbergen on White. No, can't make anything of it. Hustenbergen must have had so many chances. Surely, every time I come to them, they're like 0.1 second behind each other. Do you think James Ensby's going to take it home then? For the lads?
It's a battle of the British, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So either way, we're going to win. You know.
Yeah, either way, yeah. you know, we have to all stick together.
We have to all stick together. What are you talking about?
I think that we should have core winners. We're all winners. Everyone from Britain is a winner.
Yeah.
Including Chris Down. So really, I don't think it matters. You know, someone will get the points. Someone will win our hearts. You know, both of these men, these brave young men, are winners.
Exactly. What a speech. What a 8-bit speech there from Jake. Ridge F1 actually given no time to Nokalainen. Nokalainen staying in front though, just ever so slightly. He keeps going back and then forward with Ridge F1. Hasn't seemed to capitalise on any of those backwards motions yet from Nokalainen. So he sits. I would say sits a comfortable P5 at the moment. He's not really. He shouldn't be worrying too much about Rage F1. Yes, they're quite close, but I think his defense. Overcomes Rage F1's ability to get past Nokalainen. James Ensby there must have passed a blue flag or something like that because my screen to the left just went crazy at me.
Matty Lee's, that's not his name, but he's still in fourth, mate. He's a quite comfortable fourth, isn't he?
He really is. Oh, Shad Harry now with Delgado catching to him. Ever so slightly, Delgado setting 34s. Shad Harry setting 33s, so maybe actually not catching as much as he like. Drop him some time this lap. Hopefully he can do better and start to take the timesheet up a little bit so he can get in front of Shad Harry there in P7. He would like to take that. Delgado though, he's in a comfortable position for the championship, but I can imagine he would want that position because he can see it in his grasps. And for any racing driver, that is just awful to see. Ensby then in front of Hugevin. Looked like he might have had a little bit of an issue getting Hugevin.
Yeah, no, he had issues last time, didn't he?
He did. Oh my god.
Grow please, mate. Show professional.
You what, mate? You what, mate?
Be professional.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. I do try. Blooming heck, I am.
Well, interestingly, mate, maybe there's a cool battle for last place. Who's last place?
Shall we have a look?
Yeah, see if battle between Hugevin and Morphine did not finish last place.
So, gap between Hugevin and Morphine is 11 seconds.
Morphine's won that battle. Fair enough, Morphine, you've come out on top there, brother.
Yeah, exactly. He's a winner in my eyes with the horrendous damage to the front of that McLaren.
Hugevin under field, he thought it was a 45-minute race.
Oh, he thought it was 45. Oh, bless his little cotton socks. Oh, that's so depressing for him. Because he was doing okay at Hugevin. And now he's obviously got damage at the front from stress. And at the back. Bloody hell. It's like a Dodgems car. Oh, he's cut the corners quite a lot to try and get some... To be honest, fair game to him cutting that corner and not being thrown off into the wall and having a cataclysmic crash. Hats off to the geezer. Nokalainen and then still defending Rage F1 from that P5. He's not giving him an inch. He's saying you can't go to the right, you can't go left, and you can't go behind me, you can't go in front of me. You go nowhere, son. You're sticking where you are. Nokalainen as well, just realising that he is running the #1 number. And you know what that means in championship terms, don't you? Mr. Jake.
What's that mean, mate?
It means that he thinks he's the champion. Only the champion can have the #1 number. And the champion at the moment apparently is in P5. Still quite good actually, to be fair.
Well, mate, you know, you've got to have that confidence, mate. And
Exactly.
I think,
maybe he likes pressure. Ooh, speaking of pressure, Nokalainen with a big old drifty. to keep him in front. Rage F1 goes maybe around the outside, the long way around. Is he going to cut back inside? Rage F1 does try to cut inside, but he doesn't make it, unfortunately. Knockline is somehow still managing to keep Rage F1 out of his grasp. It's been a good little fight there between Knockline and Rage F1. Good little fight. Tommy Shetts just got past Hoogovan. Poor little Hoogovan. Tommy Shetts unfortunately has been racing his own race. He's had a really interesting first half of the race, but the second half after the pit stop, it's really backfired on him. And he's going to finish P3. You know, he's going to finish in a really good points, but maybe not as much as he wanted to. But to be fair to him, he might actually still be top with this P3. We'll have to see for next week.
Well, it's a completely different podium than we've had at any point.
Exactly, and I wish I had enough sleep to be really, bopping about it.
Listen, if my net would allow it, I would speak to James and I would kiss him. But unfortunately, James, you're going to have to just deal with being physically kissed by a woman who loves you. And while that is not satisfying, I'm sure you'll get over it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he would rather speak to you, mate, in your Alexa kind of voice. But unfortunately, he is just going to have to be getting a kissy instead. Right. Knock-a-line and still holding on for dear life from Rage F1. Do you think he's going to lose it in the final bit of the race?
I think for Rage, though, even like a top 6 would be good. Knockline would hopefully could defend it for the remainder. But there is a lot of pressure on it.
There's an incredible amount of pressure. I've never seen more pressure. Well, actually, I probably have.
I think for Rage, any of these positions would be good for him.
Exactly.
I think it would be disappointing. I think with how high he qualified to not really close to getting a point.
Exactly. Maybe they should be telling themselves at the moment. Yeah, maybe they should be asking themselves, just getting on the comments, just like, Knockline onto Rage F1, just like, what are we doing? Can we just be P5 and P6 and just not worry about it? We're both going to be going up in the championship anyway. What are we testing for? We're killing the trees and animals, man. Our carbon emissions going to be so high.
I think they should just stop and get out of the car
and just give it a good handshake and call it a day.
Take the bus.
Yeah, take the bus.
Why would you take 2 cars when you can just take the bus?
Exactly.
Get the metro. I got the metro today. A man sunk a car in and then put his car on the floor.
Yeah.
And then picked up Gordon's gin. Sunk that. And then got off. On the other way, I got on the metro, mate. A man with a big boat sat next to me.
Yeah.
And the point is, mate,
I have to say, and now Chris Down, I love you. But I have to say, I've never actually seen anyone use their indicators in a race. And Downen has, can we give him a round of applause? Downen is the first person I've ever seen use indicators properly and well for the nice little blue flags in front of him. It's very lovely. Tells the blue flags where he's going, It's just teamwork in that way. 5 seconds less in the race now. 3, 2, 1, and it's last laps, whichever lap we are on now. We are on the last lap as we speak. Let's go back to Knockline and then see if Knockline and Rage F1 can give us any more of a race towards the end here. Shall we stick on these guys, see what they're going to do?
Is that the closest race?
It's the closest racing that we've got throughout this hour. Well, to be honest, the first half of the hour was absolutely incredible. I wish I had enough winks the night before to take it as all of its glory. I will be better. Started a new job. I bet you didn't think I would last this long until I said it, Jay. Start a new job, boys, and my sleeping pattern had never been more shot in my entire life. So I'm absolutely knackered. But it was good fun and I loved it very much.
Is Eli in the chat?
Is Eli in the chat? Eli is not in the chat. She is not. I mean, she might be just chilling in the background. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Knock a line and then come through at the last half of the thing. Where's James Ensby? James Ensby coming across the line. He will be our Brands Hatch winner and a British winner at that. At Brands Hatch in our 4th race in the series. Downing comes home in 2nd. Another British 2nd place. What a result for Downing and what a result for James Ensby as well. 2 new podium sitters and they'll be very happy with that, I'm sure. Tommy Shett comes through in P3. He'll probably take it onto the first podium for the championship standings. We'll have to see that in a second though, but I'm pretty sure he will be. Matty L then. Matty L actually really quite a good drive there from Matty. He comes in P4. And he'll be very happy with that for his first race with Last Row Racing, unless he's just changed his name and I don't know who he's changed his name to. Ridge, F1 then, he's also finished. Oh, Knockalainen did come 6th, I think. Potentially. I think he did come 6th. He did. I didn't see what happened on the last bit. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Oh, man. Knockalainen did lose that place. And Rage F1 took it like an absolute warrior. Took it like a candy from a baby. Shot Harry now at P7. Delgado, he finishes P8. Martin Brucker, he finishes P9. And in the last top 10 places, Jamie Ellis. And he will actually be really happy with that because Jamie Ellis obviously said, Foxworth said, Jamie Ellis, this isn't Jamie Ellis's track. So he's done really well actually to stay in the top 10. And he might actually stay in the top 10 with that. I don't know. Or stay close to it. We'll see how it goes. Oh, there's been some nice little you took me on a straight. What the hell, brother? Anyway. Yes, what a race. I mean, it's been a good race. I just wish I was all there to take it in. I'm really sorry to the people. I'm usually full of life, but today I am incredibly tired, and I really do apologise from the bottom of my heart for being as tired. I've never apologised for being tired.
And next time out, hopefully my internet will be fixed, or at least it fucking hold up through a race, and so I can actually talk to people on Discord. So yeah, I'm sorry to James that you don't get to have my comedy stylings aimed at you. But next time out as well, man, you'll get it.
Exactly. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Unfortunately, we're not going to be doing interviews this week. We'll do them next week for sure. We'll find a way to do them, even if Jake is lagging his little legs off. Thank you so much for watching. You did awesome, guys. The first half of the race was absolutely incredible, and hats off to Ridge, F1 and Knockalainen for giving us an absolute belter of a race to watch. Throughout the last 20 minutes there was absolutely fantastic. Sensational stuff. Jake, have you got any last thoughts, mate?
I would just again like to express make sure you don't move in with people you don't know. Make sure that you respect your parents, your elders, your teachers. Mm-hmm. And you love everyone.
Oh, good stuff. Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always to stream to you guys, and we'll be looking forward to the next race, 5th race in the calendar. I actually don't know what race it's going to be, so we'll see what it's going to be when we get there, Jake. We'll see what it's going to be when we get there.
It'll be epic, mate.
It will be epic as join us in 2 weeks' time for the 5th installment of the GT4 Season 1 Last Row Racing Extravaganza, and it's from me and Jake.